It's great to see you again. Grab a seat and let's learn something together. In this tutorial, we'll look at running an Algorand participation node. The Algorand protocol relies on participation nodes to propagate and propose new blocks. An account can participate in consensus by generating a participation key and then registering that key as online with a registration transaction. The spending key of an account, which is used to send Algorand between accounts, is different from the participation key. However, a spending key will be required in order to authorize the registration of the account. In order to begin participating in consensus, we need a relay node completely caught up with the latest block on the Algorand chain, as well as at least 0.001 Algorand, which will be used as the transaction fee for our registration. It's also worth noting at this point that an account's likelihood of being randomly selected to participate in any given validation event is proportional to the amount of Algorand staked by that account. With this in mind, note that there is currently no additional reward for online accounts, as opposed to keeping your accounts offline. It's critical to keep your private spending keys offline and off of the node computer. In this case, we'll be using the node computer for both signing and running the node. On your machine, however, you should use a separate computer that isn't connected to the internet to sign your keys and create your accounts. With all of this in mind, we'll go ahead and get started. So first, we'll need an associated account by which to conduct the voting process. We can use this first command if we want to use an existing account. My wallet has already been set up on this machine, so I'll skip this step for now. If you don't already have a wallet, you can use these commands to create a new one on your machine. Now that we have our account set up, we need to make sure we have at least the minimum balance required to send the transaction to register our machine. At this point, we need to start our node and make sure that it's caught up to the latest block. So we'll make sure our node is started with this command, and we'll check the status of the node with the other command. Next, we'll need to generate a participation key to be associated with our account. As we can see, we type goal account add part key -a, then our account address, and then we have to specify for which rounds or blocks this account will be a valid voting account. 3 million rounds roughly equates to 6 months. So in this case, we'll go from the most recent block committed, which was given to us in our status command, and that will be our round first valid. Then we'll add 3 million to that, and that will become our round last valid. Now that we've generated our participation key, it's time to send the transaction to mark this account as online. To begin, we need to create an online registration transaction with this command. We'll enter under the address field our account's address. We'll mark online as true, and we'll make an output file, online.transaction. The output file that was created is the transaction file that you'll need to sign. On your machine, you should use your offline safe machine that's not connected to the internet to sign this transaction. But in this example, we'll do it from right in the same terminal. We can sign the transaction with the clerk feature, given in this command here, with our in file as the transaction that we just generated, and our out file with a slightly different name to mark that we've already signed it. Now that we've signed our transaction, we can use the clerk command again to send the signed transaction out to the network. We'll use goal clerk raw send, and we'll specify the file as online.signedTransaction. As soon as we send the file onto the network to sign the transaction, we can see when it's been added into the chain. And we see that it's been committed. Now, our account should be marked online and ready for participation. From the Algo Explorer website, we can see here that our wallet is now marked as online and it's participating in transactions.